Hey, what's up, folks? It's me, Sonny T. Welcome back to another podcast for marketers exclusive. So today we're going to talk about launching. But before we do, I don't know, man. I think I'm telling, the reason I haven't done my podcast is I'm just telling fucking, over there. I don't know. Kiss my ass. I'm going to restructure the whole thing. So come to the group, Funnel Hacker Pro. .com. Over, I don't know, 1,000 some odd people now over there, really active. Stealthy Millionaire on Instagram, Podcast for Marketers on YouTube, Billionaire Vids with an S on Snapchat, Billionaire Vid without the S on Twitter, podcastformarketers.com. I have a free MP3 player over there with all my Tai Lopez notes. You have to pay for your fucking shipping. Smash that thumbs up, man, if you like this video, and fucking subscribe to my channel if you like the content, man. Boom. Rip that Band-Aid off. So today we're going to talk about launching your career, right? All right. Now, and that's, quitting your job. You finally quit, okay? And yes, this is for social media marketing agency dudes today. It is. It's for you. No, this is for anybody that really wants to jump into your own business, okay? People always ask, when should I quit my job, right? When is an important question that I notice everybody has. And I notice a lot of people don't really understand the concept really, right? So I was actually talking to my wife about it. And when you're talking about, okay, so let's look at it here. When you're talking about, here's you and you're standing, here. Hey, this is my drawing. I haven't drawn anything in a long time, right? So you're like, whoa, right? You got a big hat on, right? And so you're like, this is, you and your job. And then here is freedom. Okay. And you need to leap right here, make that jump, right? So there's something going on here in your life back here, right? Let's just make this huge. And these are all your bills, okay? This is your girlfriend and going out, okay? This is your cable bill. I see where I'm going with this, right? This is your Netflix. This is gaming. Everything your whole lifestyle is right here, okay? And here's what I think a lot of you guys aren't really understanding what you need to do to make this leap, because people are like, man, you're stupid if you try to quit your job. But I want to talk to you really quickly about a concept that I was just talking to my wife about, right? And I kind of alluded to burning the ships, right? The other day, in the squad, I told a story about Cortez, what is he called? I can't think of the fucking Spanish name right now. But anyways, conquistador or whatever it's called. But he's a fucking dude that went across and was fucking taking people's shit, man. So he went over to fight the fucking Aztecs, right? He's what is the fucking name? I can't think of the name right now. It's pissing me off. Conquistador? Is that what it is? I don't know, I'm a dumbass right now. All right, I'm so fucking embarrassed now. Fuck. I hate this shit. I go through this every video. I just fuck everything up, man. Do notes, Sonny, you dumbass. So anyways, he went over to conquer the Aztecs, right? And the Aztecs were fucking badasses, right? So they get over there. Some dudes start getting cold feet. He started hearing a little scuttlebutt. And he's like, you know what, man? Burn the fucking ships, man. Scuttle them fucking ships. Just fucking sink them. And now you motherfuckers either got to, fight or fucking die. Either or, right? And this is important. It's so important. I feel like a total dumbass right now. I don't even want to do the class now. It's like, Sunday, you're a dumbass. We're not listening to you. You don't even know how to fucking say geese conquistador. Why the fuck should we listen to your dumbass? All right. Oh, man. All right, so let's get started with that. I'll laugh forever. All right, so listen. So when you say burn his ships, right? And you just jump out there, you don't have to just fucking burn the ships because you're not out here to conquer the Aztecs, right? What you're doing, though, is you can schedule the leap. And here's where a lot of people get it fucked up. Before you make this leap, you have to make a lot of these first. Okay? And that means changing a lot of your lifestyle before you make the jump, right? So, and you have bills that you normally have. That means you have to scale everything down, right? So what does your monthly bills look like? Now, if you have a wife and 3 kids and a few dogs, what I'm talking about right now is going to make absolutely no fucking sense to you. Who I'm really talking to are like Blake out there. Blake is a student. He's like 20-something years old. He's a college student. He still lives with his mom. Blake, I'm just telling all your shit, right? But it doesn't matter, right? So Blake Tovaz. His name is Blake Tovaz. Google him. No, he's actually a good guy, right? So, yeah, go follow him on Facebook, too, because he's got his own Facebook page and shit. But anyways, Blake can scale down, right? So, and Lucky is another subscriber that I had a while back. I don't even fucking know if Lucky's still around, right? But anyway, so Lucky was another dude that he and his girlfriend were young, they are young, and they decided to move in with his in-laws. I don't know how fucking that's gonna work out, right? But they decided to cut the bills and move in with their in-laws, right? So now they're scaling down. So that's minus, $2,000 a month for rent, right? And probably minus another $1,000 a month for bills, right? And so now you're starting to understand, okay, so now you just freed up $3,000 and you don't have to worry about bills, and you're living with your fucking in-laws, right? So, I don't know. Anyways, you're living with your fucking in-laws. And now, do you really need your cable bill? Fuck no, right? So minus, I don't know, what is that, $100 a month for cable? Do you need Netflix? Man, Netflix is a hard one, but if it came down to it, no. So that's minus $8. And minus Hulu, that's minus $12 for me because I pay for the no commercials that they say you still get fucking commercials for. So when you're going out with your girlfriend, you have to tell her, we need to make sacrifices. We can't go out as much anymore, right? So you need to scale back and you need to push back your life. This is before you make the leap. So what a lot of guys are doing, right, is they're quitting their jobs, but they haven't taken those precautions, and then they get bills all in their asses, and they're like, oh shit, what do I do? So, but once you make this leap, there is no going back. So what I want you to do is burn your bridge, right? There's no going back. In your head, once you get, okay, we got to move this guy. Okay, so he's already jumped, right? So you're over here now, right? You got a big head because I want to put a smile on there, like, woohoo, right? So you're over here now. You need to burn that bridge, and you need to forget everything that was going on over here. And in your head, I was watching a video, man, and I probably needed to play this video while I'm here. I'm gonna kind of like paraphrase this shit. So don't if you've seen the video, it was an awesome video. The dude was like, he said that every day he had an exercise that he needed to do, and every day he needed to list the top 10 things that happened to him that were good to be thankful for, right? In each day, right? So the top things, the top good shit. How about this? A daily top good shit day, right? So the top 10 things that happened. So top good shit things. I'm totally fucking this up, right? But it doesn't matter. So you get my point, though. Everything that happened the day before, you need to pick out 10 things that happened that were really good. So you can have a better outlook on life, right? So he said he started to do the exercise, and what he noticed was, what started happening was automatically he knew, like, okay, so right now, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, my time. So now automatically I start thinking about, well, fuck, it's getting close to the end of the day. What can I start saying that, making my list of 10 good things, right, that happened today, right? So what it does, it starts to make your head think about these good things all day, and your whole mindset changes because you're looking for good shit to happen. You automatically kind of reframe. It's called reframing, right? You kind of reframe what everything of how you think all day. So he left another story. He said he was going to buy a car, and it was a Chevy, and the dealer came up and said, yeah, anybody that's under 50 years old shouldn't be buying a fucking Chevy, right? And he was a young guy, right? So at the time, now he's older, and he goes, I could buy a Chevy now, but he says all the way through his life, he always went back to, like, fuck, I can't buy a Chevy, I just can't buy this car yet. And now when he sees one, he goes, well, I'm over 50, I can buy a Chevy now, right? It's all about framing your head. So I'm going to give you another example. When I left the country the first time, I told myself that I'm going to give myself 10 years. If things didn't work out for me after 10 years of being out of the country, then I will consider going back home at that point. But I told myself that there was no turning back. And I imagined that the United States of America was on fire. And it was just fucking full of fucking rampant disease. And, I mean, I'm not far from the truth, but just rampant full of disease and assholes, right? I'm not fucking far off, but so I wouldn't leave. And there was no turning back for me. That was it, right? So and it works, man. Once you reframe everything in your head, right, and you scale back, more importantly, you have to do this first. You cannot forget this part. This is a prereq, okay? You have to scale your lifestyle back, right? So that means that, I said that a guy with kids and a wife couldn't do it, but he can, because if you start looking at shit that you really don't need, what is it that you really need, and is your spouse working? If she's not working, then yeah, shit's getting kind of crazy, because that's the welfare talk, right? But if you're not talking about getting on the welfare and she actually works, what can you cut down, and what type of savings do you have, and how can we cut everything out? Now, the family will be a little uncomfortable, right? But remember, this is what we're going for. And if you make that leap, you make that jump, and you make these sacrifices first, there's nothing wrong with launching your shit. So when people want to know, when should you quit? The first thing you should do is take stock of the shit that you're doing, right? I went and lived off the grid, totally off the grid. My wife and I did it for a year in Spain. We totally we didn't have anything, except the only thing that I had was on my property that we had, the landowners around, we had a shared well that I had to pay like $3 a month for this. It was a freshwater well, but I did pay for that water, because I just didn't want to take on the fact of having to do a whole rain catch, and it was fucking the desert of Spain, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to pay for the water. But other than that, I was on solar panels. We didn't have refrigeration in the fucking heat of Spain. right? So how did we make that? How did we manage that? We scaled back every fucking thing. And it's amazing. Man, I made my wife a washing machine. I bullshit you not. You guys want to see what the washing machine looked like? It's really easy. This is a bucket. There was a hole right here. This was a plunger. A plunger, and we just put a bunch of water in there. And the clothes and detergent of my washing. That was a fucking washing machine. And you ask my wife right now, she actually liked that wet washing machine that I built her, right? I had an outdoor solar shower that I built. Huh? The shower was awesome, right? I built the outdoor solar shower out of pallets. I'll put a picture up for you guys one day, right? Maybe I'll put a picture of it right now, but if I can find it. But the point is that we scaled our life back so far, right? And I was a DJ on a local radio station, okay? And we lived, no bullshit, on $400 a month. That's how much, food, groceries, shit like that was. And we were very comfortable, right? And we lived off of that per month. And I actually had... we had a great time, didn't we? It was awesome. And I had a satellite feed coming from my property. I did have internet that I paid for. And I broadcast from right there. I connected to the radio station and broadcast right there. It was awesome. I didn't have to go anywhere. On solar power and a small generator, right? So we scaled back and we made sacrifices so we could just quit. We quit everything and just went off the grid, but we had to make so many sacrifices, but we had a good time. That was probably one of the best Thanksgivings we ever had. Oh, man. Right? So it was, right? So when you scale back and you have people that are behind you to do this, your girlfriend has to be, I had a supportive wife, right? And we did have to make sacrifices, but it was awesome. And we ended up right here. You can hear how she talks about it. She talks about it fondly, right? We ended up with total freedom and happiness, right? So what I want you to understand, to recap right here before I let you go, is it is okay to quit. First of all, make sure this is what you want to do. And if it is something that you really want to do and you want to have that freedom, then you have to burn the ships. But before you do, scale back your lifestyle so you can be comfortable and don't have to worry about creditors calling you. Pay all your bills off, get a fuck you fund, save up a few dollars, and you don't need much, because when you finally realize what it is that you really need to survive, you're going to see that it's not much. You're going to see that you don't need bills like your cable bill. You're going to see that you don't have to take your girlfriend out to Chipotle every day. You don't have to have Starbucks. And what you start to understand is you start getting those knockoff recipes. You start getting knockoff recipes online and making this shit yourself, and it becomes more interesting. At least life did for me. It became more interesting because we make our own McDonald's instead of buying it, right? So we like those breakfast sandwiches, huh? We couldn't get this stuff. Yeah, we couldn't get some of the stuff, so we would make our own Jimmy Dean sausages and found a recipe. We would smoke the meat ourselves and all kind of crazy shit, man, and it was awesome. It was a good learning experience, right? When you prepare yourself and do these prerequisites before, and especially if you're single and you're young. Well, I got a lot of you guys are young. You can jump out there and life will take care of you. Make sure you prepare yourself beforehand. Coffee break.